Hey everybody, welcome to deer camp. I'll tell you, it's one of my favorite times of year. Not that each week isn't one of my favorite times of year, but you know what? It's always a little bit special when it comes to deer camp because obviously it's a short season. You know, I know my wife thinks it's a long season, but it's definitely a short season. You hunters know that as well as I do. So the time that you do get to come up to deer camp and spend here is very precious to me. So this is our deer camp, kind of, you know, this is our crib. We get the water. There's no well here. Each time I come up to deer camp, I keep bringing more and more stuff. I should really just get rid of the freezer because it runs all the time, but whoa, here we go. We got a little ice cream because, of course, we got guys that like ice cream. Every year we stop and buy ourselves a 50-pound bag of potatoes, big bag of onions here. Got all sorts of charred stuff here. You know, I'll put some meat in there, put the potatoes, any kind of seasoning. So when we come back, we're ready to eat because you're hungry after being in the woods all day. Let's move into the living room. Always have music on because we love music anyways, but the music is on when we're not here all the time. We had a little bit of a mouse problem, and I'll tell you, ever since I leave the music on, I leave it about that volume right there, is that we have not seen hair or hide or even mouse turds, which usually happens when you're gone. We haven't seen anything, so definitely get yourself a radio and keep the radio on. Here's a few bucks that have been shot over the last couple of years. My son Isaac, of course our good friend Kent Anderson here, and you know, always got somebody. There's some pictures in the other room. Of course, you got your shower, you got your kimono. If you're tracking deer, or sometimes the power goes off, you got to make sure you have really good lights. Very important. You know, love this Milwaukee stuff. Got in trouble one time for wearing this on national television. I don't know why. So I brought them up here and put them in the window. Kind of, you know, when you pull up here, kind of scary. Red, white, and blue. Got that. Wouldn't go anywhere without that. I have a flag on my house, both my houses on the farm. I'm proud of this country. That's all I got to tell you, man. I mean, I'm proud. Let's take you guys upstairs. Come on up, you guys. What I decided to do, put a funnel through the wall. So, you know what? You got to take a whiz. You know, you got to do what you got to do. Works out really good. So, tell you, this is our crib here, which is called Deer Camp. You know what? I'm excited. We're up here doing some bow hunting this week, so hopefully we connect with some deer, and if we don't, we don't. But hey, hang on to your heinies. I got a funny feeling there's going to be more. Hey, I'll tell you what, boy, that was exciting. I never really expected that buck to come by. That was totally unexpected. Hey, when we come back from this commercial break, Eric and I are gonna go track this buck. You see that much blood, huh? On the tree, look at the tree. I thought I shot a little high.
There was so much going on. I was so nervous. That's the great part. I get so damn excited. I love this stuff. Still got blood?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Right there. That is so cool. There he is, everybody. He went about 200 yards. Wow. Now to get him out of here. He is in a very bad spot. Wow. That's crazy. Hey everybody, what an incredible hunt this week up here. Early season in Minnesota. You know, I'm a firm believer in early season. I actually like it a little bit better than even the rut because the deer really don't know the gig is up. They're running so much of their normal patterns, which is absolutely everything when you want to start patterning deer. Either you do it with your Vortex binoculars, spotting scope, or you do it with your trail cameras. Hey, I'll tell you what, another great deer. I am so thankful that I was not 100% when there was so much going on when I took this shot. As you can see, I shot high, but I got great penetration. You know, I'm shooting almost 70 pounds and I got great penetration. Arrow went in 3/4 of the way. What happened, it went in and it nicked, it hit a lung, and then it went through and onto the opposite shoulder blade. What an awesome thing. Hey, I'll tell you what, no doubt, it is a great day to be alive, and thanks for joining us. Man. I have got an all-in-one kit for everybody. It's made by Chard right here. And if you go on the back here, you can see it's got a utility knife, it's got the gut hook skinner, it's got a fillet knife, a bone saw, and this is really nice. It's got the rib spreader, which is kind of nice right here. Keeps everything, spreads it apart. So you got it hanging like that. You can get plenty of good airflow going through there. So you guys can go on and check out Chard and try to get yourself a great knife set. Hey, I want to thank Eric for helping me track that buck. You know what? I'm colorblind, so I cannot see blood unless it was dumped out in buckets. You know, this guy's got a great eye, and I'll tell you what, he's a big boy. He helped me drag that buck right back up the hill there. Hey, I'll tell you what, we are gonna head back up and do a little bit more hunting. We've got Levi from River's Edge Treestands coming up to do some hunting with us. We're gonna put some new stands up. Hang on.
Hey guys, my name's Levi Johnston from Rice Lake, Wisconsin. I'm out here archery hunting for some whitetails in a Ox 5 from Barronett blinds, and we're hoping to make it happen tonight.
They were not pleasant to be around this morning.
No, I was a little crabby when I realized that I was coated from jacket to pant leg full of beggar's lice.
Kind of like this. It's like when you're married, it's like these women come out of the woodworks. The
Dude,
more
you see that, Levi? Red squirrel just took off. I swear to gosh, right.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yes, and went right by the chimney.
Go get the shotgun. The stage here, or the yard as they would call it.
I'll take over the yard.
And let's talk about what happened the other day.
Hey everybody, we're going to talk a little bit about tree stands today, and we've got Levi here from River's Edge. Hey Levi, how's it going, man?
Good.
Hey, I'll tell you what, we just put this one together back at the Deer Shack, and there's so many different brands out there. Why should somebody pick River's Edge?
Right, so we have a really diverse line. Everything from somebody who's just getting into hunting, the lower price point stuff, all the way up to a guy who wants something, as in daughter, son, whatever, can hunt with him, to that $500 price point.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we have mesh seats too, so you're not sitting on that little pad, hurting your butt while you're out.
And that's a big thing too. So I want something that is comfortable for me to sit in, so I'm not shifting back and forth all the time. And you guys do something a little bit different with your seating. It's not just a pad. Let's talk
Right.
a little bit about that first.
Right, so we have a few different options. This one is a tear tough seat. So this is actually a really tight woven mesh, and it's got some give to it. So when you sit on it, it kind of curves.
Kind of forms,
it curves with you, so you're not getting that pressure from the direct metal. There's no actual steel underneath your bottom.
All right, so let's show everybody really how easy it is to put this stand up.
Sure.
The first thing we need to do is we're looking at the tree right here. Now I've got a bunch of branches in the way.
Right.
Right?
So obviously we're going to have to take some kind of saw. We're going to prune some branches so we can get this thing up. We're on the flattest area that we can.
Okay.
So that's step one.
Okay. And I'm gonna put my foot here. You keep walking it. Oh, that's about as easy as it can get. You know, the great part too about the River's Edge tree stands is they come with all the straps. So you're not buying extra stuff. And that's a big thing too. Like, we're up here in the middle of nowhere, and we just took these stands out of the box, and it's kind of nice. Again, we don't have to run anywhere. All the equipment we need is right there. Hey, I'll tell you what, Levi, that was pretty simple. I got to ask you, when I saw you taping these, what was the reason for that?
So when you put these pins in, they do have a little bit of a rattle to them. As everyone knows, it's a little windy right now, but when it's not, nice and calm in the woods, this little jingling can be pretty loud to a deer. So
Pretty simple, huh?
yeah, this tape actually keeps it from making any noise, and it's just a little hack. So
Works out good. Hey, let's tell everybody because you guys have got so many different styles and so many different models of tree stands, how they can check them all out.
sure. So you can go to artisam.com. That's our parent company. Or you can log on to huntriversedge.com. And yeah, you can pretty much find us at any brick and mortar retailer that sells anything hunting related.
That's awesome.
So,
Hey, thanks,
yeah,
man. I appreciate it.
absolutely.
Hey, we're going to do a little bit of bow hunting, so
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
Let's go do it.
Everybody hang on to their high knees.
Alright, so we're up here in Minnesota. It's October 26th. Gonna do a little bow hunting this week. We got a south wind today, kind of blowing in our favor today. We're gonna be hunting a food plot tonight behind the house. The deer have just massacred it, so I'm gonna try to shoot a doe, get it out of the way. Definitely could use the meat in my freezer, but we got a major cold front this week. Should be really good. Not much else to say, but let's try to get one. flat 30 yards. She came out and she was facing me for such a long time. Oh, I'm still shaking. I don't know if it's the cold or the nerves, probably a little bit of both. 30 yards. My legs started shaking. I ran out the tree stand. She looked. Finally, after what, probably 10 minutes, she turned enough. Went right through her. Pretty sure I heard her crash right down the hill. Don't you love it when you can't help but shake? That's what it's all about, baby.
Arrow, that's always a plus.
Yep.
These things are expensive.
Yes, they are. And that was a pass-through on that deer?
Full pass through.
Okay. I mean, it looked like a great shot when we look back at the camera.
I got blood right here.
Got some blood? Good blood. I like to hear that.
Well, thankfully Austin's got the Hawkeye. And
He
spotted
does.
a big.
Well, the other part is, too, that deer only went about 60 yards
Yeah, so
into the woods.
I thought I heard her crash, and
Right.
it looks like she's a really good doe. Let's go.
Check her
Oops,
out.
my bad. Let's
I'm
go.
loving it.
Let's go check her out. Looks like a really good doe.
I love it. You know, it's not all about always shooting the big bucks, everybody, you know. It's all part of the whole thing is that, you know, you got to take some of the does out, and we definitely have a major doe problem. A big girl. You know, that's the part.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's a big horse.
That's a big.
She's a big honker. Yep. Nice. You gotta step back a little bit. Big hog.
I hope you guys enjoyed the show this week. You know what? Again, another great hunt. You know what? Levi had a few opportunities, but we could never seal the deal on a big buck. But I want to congratulate Hunter, our camera guy, for the nice doe that he shot. And he did get a shot at a big buck, but we never did get that one. Hey, everybody, like we always say each and every week, we want to thank all of our military men and women for the proud service that they give this country. And no doubt, as of today, and we want to make sure we keep it that way because things are starting to slide a little bit, that we still are living in the greatest country in the world. And no doubt, it is a great day to be alive. And we'll see you again next week.
Do we have a saw? Are we putting this thing up?
So we're putting it up.
We're going to break the braces off somehow.
Hold on. If we analyze this leaf, we'll know his hot hunting spot. Because this mushroom had to be somewhere where that hunting spot is. So let's analyze this leaf, find out where this came from, Minnesota.
You go right ahead. I'm just going to ask him for mushrooms.
No.
As you can see, these are all the booze bottles. And you know, I'm not a huge drinker, but this time of year, I kind of like to let it go. You know, all the, you know, frustrations of the year, all of the tension. This is a great place to really let that go. So the cool part is that the wolf kind of keeps an eye on you. So when you have a few too many, he kind of gives you that wink and it's time to stop. So remember that. If you guys have a problem drinking, or if you just, you know, or like me, don't drink a lot, and you want to make sure you get up the next morning, when that wolf starts blinking, stop drinking. That's all I got to say.